Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. So as Ricky Bobby would tell us, if you ain't first, you're last. So today's race theme project is going to have you churning those pistons as fast as they can go so you can win a race, and that race is to some passive income. So if you're interested in any of this, stick around. We'll see you in a minute. So before we get into the details on Piston Race, I need you to race your finger on down to that like button, hit it, smash it. I would greatly appreciate it as well if you could. Give me a sub and hit that notification bell so that you know when the next video is out with the newest project that's coming out. Also, while you're down there, please do check out the Zzz Money Club. Zzz Money Club is a great place to hang out in a community where we talk about building passive income through all sorts of different investments like cryptos and stocks. We talk about new projects, strategies, whitelist, and there's even some awesome giveaways to the members. You can chat directly with myself or with my friends and founders of the club, Decade Investor, and your friend Andy. So if any of this interests you guys and gals, please check out the link down below. Give it a shot, and I'll see you inside. So what is Piston Race? Well, if you've heard of drip, it is a fork of drip. And for the 98% of you that already know the answer to this, just skip on forward. You're going to be good for the next part of the video. For the 2% of you that don't know, Piston Race is basically just a platform that has a native token called Piston Token. You take that token, you deposit it, and that deposit is burnt, lost forever. But fear not, turn that frown upside down. You will earn 1% a day on that token or the amount of tokens that you put in there. So let's say you put 100 in, you're going to get one token a day up to 365%. So not all bad. There is a reason for this. And this system is generally funded by taxes. So there's a lot of taxes throughout this system that you'll see. We're going to go into more detail though in just a second. And I'm going to show you the white paper and even a little bit of the current website where you can purchase Piston Token. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the Piston Token website because the Piston Race website, the actual place where you're going to deposit your tokens, is not live yet as of the making of this video. And I wanted to get this out ahead of time so you guys could know and understand what Piston Race is all about, and that includes my good and bad of these projects that I'm going to review as always. So we're going to just take a look briefly at the website. You can see the pre-sale is still ongoing as of the making of this video, and that is the My Diamond Team 2 V2 pre-sale. I actually got into the V1. I've got my 400 BUSD worth of Piston token. Not exactly sure on the count of that because we haven't gotten there yet. They haven't released those. They're not claimable. There is another pre-sale coming up the day after this one. That is a public pre-sale. But anyways, you can check out the video for that up here if you want to hear just obviously not about the pre-sale, but if you want to understand what My Diamond Team V1, V2 are, because actually you can still get into V2 of My Diamond Team. It is another separate project. As it turns out, it's a fork of drip also that this team runs. I'm in that one. It's doing pretty well. They brought a lot of people in through this pre-sale, and I do like it. But do your own research. We are not here to review My Diamond Team. All right, so Piston Token is on the Binance Smart Chain. This is a bit about the tokenomics. It is a deflationary token, and so that means it's limited. There are only 1,000,000 tokens out there. So let's scroll down. We're going to come back to the white paper in a moment, but here is the information on the token. Come check that out beforehand. You can check the white paper out. And as always, do your research on this. Don't rely on me. All right, so you can see some of the general stuff here. Again, I said that 1,000,000 piston tokens. You can see the taxes. The taxes, just like drip, these are here to keep the project sustainable long term. And in this situation, I say that because drip has lasted almost a year now. That is a long time in these projects in this space for sure. All right, so again, that 1% daily on your deposit with a max of 365%. So of course you can reinvest. The whole idea is you compound and your deposit grows. So again, referral system. So these things rely heavily on a referral system. You might say pyramid scheme. Well, you're not wrong. But as I said in a drip video way back, you can make that pyramid scheme flip upside down and push that love back instead of having it go one way. So in this case, I'm going to tout myself. I am going to be a team leader that actually airdrops back to my team. So I'm not just going to take whatever comes back to me as a tax and just take it out, hijack it, take it home with me, show my wife. We're not going to do that. I'm still going to make money, but some of that's going to be pushed back down my team line because I think that's the right thing to do because you guys help me out. Why would I not want to help you out? All right. So of course I'll have a link to my team in this video as soon as the project goes live if anyone is interested in joining my team. And we will have airdrops, like I said, in the future. So let's come on through here. We're going to take a quick look at the white paper because I think this is going to be the easiest way to run through this. So this team, as you can see, is all about transparency, the deflationary tokenomics, the whale resistance, which all of these so far, for the most part, they're all akin to drip. Now, they do have some changes. I like these changes, but here again is the generic information on the project. You get back 1% daily based on your piston tokens deposited up to 365%. And they call it the tank. So you're depositing them in the fuel tank. And that's all the theme for this one. So pretty cool theme. Let's get on down here. So got some good stuff here. I'm not going to go over every single detail because a lot of this we're going to talk to in different ways. But again, with all these, come check out this white paper so you fully understand what you're buying into if you actually get into this project. All right, so major chain, guys. This is a major difference from drip, big exit in this case. And as it turns out, it's actually you exiting the race. So if you get in, you have 7 days, that's right, 7 days, a full week to change your mind on getting into this race. So while it is a locked and burnt token that you're putting in there, all of your tokens go away after 7 days. But that up to that 7 day point, you can actually pull your tokens back out, hence exiting the race. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get all your money back. Read these details in this white paper. Depending on the price of Piston, if it goes up or down, it changes the valuation you get back as far as USD value. So there is some difference there. But again, I think this is great. You know, if within that 7 days, some life changing event occurs in your life. Now, I'll add in, guys, do not deposit life savings into this, your savings account, whatever. If a life changing event does hit you, or something else happens, or maybe you were led astray by another YouTuber, not this guy, this is not the YouTuber. If someone leads you astray and you get in and find out later you didn't like what you heard or misunderstood something, you can get out of this thing. It just may not be the full value of what you put in. So here's the taxes, just like drip. These are almost exactly the same. Now, the difference I'd say here, this 3% is 5% on the drip side, so it is a little less on the referral round robin bonuses that go up the chain, which actually should increase sustainability. Still gives you some sweet incentive as a team leader to recruit people, but not as much coming out back out of the system. All right, another cool thing here, something that's very different. So there is actually a limit on piston token in this situation that is different from drip. So when you make a deposit of 100 piston, it turns out that you cannot get out more than 5 times in that deposit. So the best way to say it is if I put 100 in, that deposit value can never go more than 5x. So 500 is the limit. The way that you reset that, because you're compounding and increasing that, if you want to go above 500, you have to put additional piston tokens into the system. Or if you withdraw those piston tokens, you can actually put those back into the system. Pretty cool. So they have that as a sustainability measure. I think it's going to help with the longevity of the project. We've already seen how far Drip's gone, and it's still going. So I think this only adds to the longevity. Indirectly, it's going to force more capital into the system. All right. So again, that is all about 5x. And this is, don't confuse this with your max withdrawal. That max withdrawal is still your deposits times 3.65. So come take a look at this. This is a great example they put in this white paper. So it's basically the idea that your tank is full And then that's the max payout you can get on your tank. So they do the math there for you. 500 times 3.65 is 1,825 piston tokens you can get out of the system. Now, the next major change. So remember drip? We keep referencing drip since everybody knows it. Well, the way that you actually get involved in the referral system in drip, you have to hold what is called a BREAP token. Nothing to do with drip except that that's how you actually get your referrals. You have to hold a certain amount of this BREAP token in your wallet in order to actually be eligible for referrals down your line. Well, I have two in my wallet. I earn referral rewards, but that token's actually really expensive right now, anyways. It didn't used to be expensive, but a lot of people missed out on the boat. So some people aren't eligible for rewards all the way down their line. So in Piston Race, you don't have to have a secondary token. The big change is, of course, that. But the second big change with this is you actually deposit those in what is called the Pit Crew Boost system right here. So this Pit Crew Boost system is essentially you deposit the amount on the right in the table. So if you put $100 worth of Piston token and it is the USD value at the time of the deposit, you will be able to have access to your main downline. And that is to say, if you recruit someone, they're considered downline one. If they recruit somebody, they're on downline two, and so on, and it keeps going. So you can see all the values there. We're not going to talk all the values, but you just need that amount deposited in order to hit those downlines. So again, that is a separate system for the referrals. You don't have to participate in that at all whatsoever. You can put your deposit straight into the gas tank, which is the regular deposits to earn your 1% daily. It's totally up to you how you want to play that. Now, these tokens are burnt in the beginning. The Pit Crew Boost system is also the same way. However, cool thing, at the end of the race, we'll say, you can only get up to 50,000 piston tokens, just so you're aware. Drip actually is 100,000 drip. So once you hit 50,000 piston tokens, your race is done if you hit that point. And as it turns out, you will get back your Pit Crew Boost tokens that you deposited. So they're not all gone. You just have to wait till the end of the race at that 50,000 point to get those back, or whenever the end of your race is, the 365%. So again, this is just highlighting the incentives, the referral system. It just shows how it works. If you're the leader up here, you have your team downline, all the way down from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. And so round robin systems, you can see this down here. This person compounds and 3% is given to this person. And then when they compound again, it skips this person because they were the first one and it goes to this person. And then when they compound again, it's already past these two and it goes back to this person. And then it would reset on the next compound starting back here. So it's a round robin system, very fair. And again, make sure you're on a good team with a team leader that actually will airdrop back to their team, because they're just earning free deposits on you. And I didn't mention that they go straight into the gas tank or your deposits when you airdrop to someone. So it just grows that value for you. All right, so next up, again, I showed this and talked about this already. So the Pit Crew Boost that you're depositing on, this is for your referral system again. You will get those back once you hit 50,000 piston tokens, which is the max, or once you actually hit 365% of your max payout. So once those two are hit, you're going to get them back. So they aren't all lost. When you exit, you also can get those back if you took that 7-day exit at the very beginning. So another item here to add with a referral system to help with sustainability, they do this net deposit value. That actually has to be a positive value in order for you to continue to earn referral rewards. And this calculation is pretty simple. It's your deposits plus compounds plus airdrops minus claims. So essentially, you need to give into the system more than you take out. If you don't, no more referral rewards until your value is positive again. So again, I mentioned this is a deflationary token. There's a lot of things going on in here with taxes, all sorts of stuff to keep this entire platform running longer, just like Drip, which we always refer to. There's a lot going on here. It keeps, with the 1% that you pull out per day, that keeps people from just selling immediately and selling and dumping on the market, which just keeps this running longer. So Good stuff there. Well, resistance is the other side of this. They have good taxes built in for people that are very, very large. So once you hit those major numbers, you're going to be able to pull out some, but you won't be able to pull out all of your money because you'll be taxed very high values on these once you claim. And of course, again, airdrops, you'll be able to do airdrops within the system itself. So it's actually very easy in Drip too. They'll have that built straight into where you can airdrop to your team. You can airdrop to other wallets that you know about out there if you want to, if they're involved inside a Piston Race. So for the good of Piston Race, we've got some good things here. So sustainability is at the front. Very sustainable project based off us looking at Drip as it is a fork, so we can see how long that can last. Plus, we're adding stuff. We're adding a couple things here, and I say us. The team has added some very good sustainability features we've already talked about. Both the idea that the referral rewards are actually a little bit less, so that's going to increase sustainability. And of course, the major item here is deposits can no longer just keep going compounding. They actually can only go 5x. So to continue to compound and hit those major numbers, you're going to have to put in more piston token, which means more liquidity or at least a pause on your withdrawal when you take those out and put them back in. So there's a lot of good stuff going on there. Now, security wise, we've got a multi-sig wallet that shares 2 devs and 3 big YouTubers. Not supposed to give those names out, but multi-sig wallet is very good. Of course, an audit is also coming on the 1st of April. So we all look to those to make sure that we have a quality set of code. There's no bugs, issues, or backdoors in there. Now, the last thing I want to mention, I think this team actually has a good background. They seem to have a want to be out there to put the community first. And I say that because of all the issues that happen with, really just one issue that happened with My Diamond Team V1 and why V2 even exist. So they're trying to make that right and they're giving back to the community in that situation. So just some background there. I think they have the community at heart. Now, the bad on the project. So, with all these projects, and this is the preface for this for me, not just for this project in particular, you are in crypto and in DeFi. So, don't listen to me. I'm just a dude out making videos. I'm on the other side of your screen giving you research that I've done and just telling you why I like or don't like a project. So you got to do your own research. You have to decide where you want to put your money in at. Always only invest what you can lose in crypto. All right. Now to focus on the project, the first thing that I have an issue with is it is a fork and it is a minor issue. It is a fork, so it is not brand new. That can always lead to some issues because they are making changes. However, again, it's minor, and they've done this before. My Diamond Team is actually a fork of Drip as well. Now, I'd say the major item with security, as with all these projects, this isn't a node project, and the staple seems to be that it's rare, if ever, that you have a KYC team or a docs team. So unfortunately, you got that hanging out there. Now, I am still going to get invested in this, but I'm not throwing away tons of money in this. This is a high risk play. I'm taking a gamble here, if you will. I would advise you guys to make sure you understand what I just said so you know that you could potentially lose all your money in these things. So, again, this is not a shill channel. That's why I tell you guys these things. All right. Lastly, probably the most important thing to lead up with, Drip is the same way. These are all Ponzi-nomics. There is no money making going on. There's no investment on the side where they're making money. This is just completely set up and the money is circulated by people coming in through the platform and it just continues to grow until there is no longer people that are signing up for the project. So that's how it's paid for. Is that wrong? No, because we know exactly how the system works. And I'm telling you, if you don't know, and if you don't know what that word means, go read about it. It is not a Ponzi scheme at all, because that is a negative connotation. There's nothing illegal about that. So it's just that's the way this is funded. All right. So, last question we have: when is the launch? How do I get into this thing? Well, I'm going to start with how do you get into it? It's on the Binance Smart Chain, so you're going to need some BNB for gas fees. You're going to need some BUSD potentially. I don't know on launch on the probably on Pancake Swap and technically on the DEX as well. built inside a piston race. I don't know if they're going to limit you on what you can purchase with. It's potentially going to be limited to BUSD, but I don't know that for sure. But just make sure you have some funds available on BSC. So the launch is on the 3rd of April, and you'll be buying your piston tokens at the launch. It'll be listed at that point, and you'll deposit them inside of Piston Race and get your teams going. Now, again, with all these things, don't FOMO, okay? You know, people automatically jump into these. They don't want to miss out and they get in. And in this situation, when you have a new listing, that token price is probably going to moon some. And that's an assumption that a lot of people are going to get in, but that's my gut feeling. So you don't want to get caught on the ride up when it's way at the peak to have some people that come in and sell, because then you've just gotten in on bad price action for yourself. So be careful, as always, with these investments, both getting in and, of course, choosing to get into the race itself. Now, again, the launch is April the 3rd. So I'm going to create my own team. I'm just throwing that out there. Feel free to join my team if you're interested. I'll, of course, be doing airdrops, but join anyone else's team as well. No biggie. Appreciate you guys watching the video. So, and with that, there's really nothing else here. Of course, I guess I'll mention, I'll put my link down to my team in the bottom of this video at launch so you guys can see it if you're interested. But good luck to you all in this race as we all race to the finish line. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.